and welcome back to the Atmospheric Cafeteria. How are you all? All is well here. Let's get this right out of the way. If you would like your own personal reading, please check out my Etsy in my bio, and you can get any kind of reading you want. Just let me know. And for my YouTube family, I will be putting up the full version attached to a short, because I would love to be able to make this all within 3 minutes, but they don't seem to be happening that way, and I apologize for that. But if you start to resonate with this, just stop now and as soon as it starts resonating, go to the full version, which usually they're only about 6 or 7 minutes. And I don't put up a part 2 because I know somebody's asking that, because the part 2 ends up getting viewed more than the part 1, and it's important for them all to be viewed together, especially this one, because somebody is moving. It's not that somebody is moving, it's not that somebody is physically moving, it's you've spent time. Okay, this is the Hermit. You've spent time getting to know yourself. You have isolated in a way where you have allowed yourself that you are now, to know who you were when you were younger. If you're my age of 54, maybe you got to know yourself at 45. You brought your 45-year-old up and you got to know them. Maybe it's getting to know your childhood you. Whatever this is, whomever this is, you made the choice to not go out and party as much. Maybe you've just left a relationship. Pick whatever this is. It doesn't mean that you've isolated to the point where... It doesn't mean that you've isolated, the cats are cute. It doesn't mean that you've isolated to the point where you haven't been outside your house and you've just been in it. It means that you've gone out to work, you've gone to the grocery store, but then you've come home. You've gone out less with friends. You've pulled away from people who aren't serving your best and highest good. You've made a change in your life, and in doing that, you've gotten to know who you are. This older version of you has gotten to know who this younger version is of you, and you've brought them together. You've taken this younger version of you and you've brought them into your arms, and you've said, okay, here we go. We're going to go on the venture together, because now I understand who you are. So this leaving, and that's interesting, because this is my picture of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Yeah, that's actually rather interesting that they had me put it up on here. Anyway, whatever is going on here, okay, this getting to know yourself, you're about to blossom and venture out. And that is happening now. And I'm just listening in. And it's almost as if, not spiritually, energetically, there are new people looking for you. And this isn't a bad thing. They're kind of putting up a, wanted new friend, wanted new lover, wanted new person to join me in my new phase of life. And this is coming in now. This isn't coming in later. This is coming in right now. These people are seeking you out, and your energy is seeking them out too. You may not realize your energy is seeking them out, but it is. And you know it. You can feel that little inkling of, I've gotten to know who I am, and I wonder what new friends I will find as I venture out. And, by moving, maybe you did move to a new apartment. Maybe you moved to a new state. Maybe you just moved an hour away from where you live now. Maybe moving is just, I stayed at the same job, I isolated in, I stopped being friends with people at work, and now I'm finding new friends. Okay? This is all happening now. And yeah, because you see the cup stays steady there. I'm just listening in. That's very interesting that I completely... and what they're telling me too is that these people are going to understand what you've been through. They're going to understand. I'm going to confirmation burp right now. Excuse me, pardon me. They're going to understand what you've been through. They're going to understand your ocean. They're going to be people that recognize your soul and your heart. And they're going to bring something to you that you haven't had in a long time, and that's a steadiness that just hasn't been there, okay? They're going to help to promote growth for you, and they're going to help you get to know internally who you are now together with this person, because these two people came together and now it's time for you to learn. And although you do know who the two of you are together, they're going to help further this. So these new friends that are coming in with the Two of Cups, these are people that, you know, the Lovers is a great card. It's about two people on the side of each road, and you have to come to meet in the middle. Now that could actually mean real people that you fall in love with. It can also mean really amazing friendships. And when you get to the Two of Cups, that means that you're ready to exchange cups. You're ready to hear and listen to what the other person has to say. And that can either be through Yuki's giving Oscar hell. I don't think you can see it over there. Either way, these people are coming in to help unify friendships. They're helping you to get to know who you are through this new phase of your life. You know, these are people that, you know, you're going to have something in common with, more so than what you had in common with other people. Like they're showing me, if you've lost, like, one of the things I always tell people as somebody who's been 330 pounds and has lost weight, people around you are going to drop out of your life because they're not going to be encouraging. And they're either going to try to sabotage you to keep you where you are to make them happy, or they're going to drop out of your life because they know that they can't stop you. And because of that, if, say, this is what happened to you, you could have hermited in and gotten to know who you are. And the new people in your life are just going to be encouraging. That's what this Two of Cups is saying. This Two of Cups is saying that you've skipped over the Lovers, and you're not going to have to do that because you hermited in. But it's coming in now, okay? It's coming in a new adventure. You know, it's going to be new growth and new seeds, you know. And this Castle is like hopes that are in the distance and in the background that you're looking for, and this fairy godmother is bringing it through for you. Okay, so this is actually very much so a wish that you were wishing at one point many years ago that you just didn't think was going to come true, and it is. Okay, don't know if this makes any sense. I hope this makes sense to somebody. They kind of just have me going all over here. Yeah. So whatever hermiting you were doing, you're coming out of that now, and you're going to meet people that are going to understand and get you and bring you something new to your life. And this Two of Cups is really, really important. You're going to get to know yourself. You're going to get to know yourself through these new people. You're going to realize what you love and what you like, because even though you know you love and you know what you love and what you like, you're going to find a new extension of that. You're going to find a new kindness within yourself. You're going to find that new you, and that's what the most important thing is. Okay. Oh, yeah. Because, see, you're rebuilding your road, and you're the star. You're the star. Those hopes and those dreams, those things that you want, that's what you're getting. Because you know what? That apple, doesn't fall so far from the tree. As a matter of fact, it nestled in a couple of little branches and is just sitting in the moonlight. So anyway, I hope this resonated with you. I hope this helps you, and be good, behave, be happy, be yourself. And like I said, if you want your own reading and you want something a little bit deeper, just check out my Etsy. See you later.